Eileo guys, and welcome back. So Eroica just had its most recent update, which is version 1.0.8, which you guys can see right here in the bottom left corner of the screen. So let's go ahead and see what they have added. Just in case you don't know, they did tease like a PvP thing that they wanted to introduce into the game, so I'm interested to see how that's going to fare out. There's some patch notes right here that we can take a look at. So we have the arena, and if you win against an opponent, you will obtain a medal of victory and 1 win mileage as a reward. Then we can set a defense team with our 4 heroes. Added 4 new achievements associated with the arena update. We now have a Cast Carson episode. Battle Pass Season 5 has started, and also added the bingo event. Gaffs is the new pickup hero. Movement speed of representative hero in a field map has been increased, so I guess running around on the map has been faster. Added battery saver mode, which is always great. Change items purchasable at settlement office in the carriage. The number of reward on the daily task friendly colleague has been changed from 3 times pocket watch to 2 times, so that's technically a nerf. At a mill shop, a new tab has been created where you can purchase items with medal of victory. And then reduce the required time to craft an awakening rune from 48 hours to 24 hours, and then redesign the first clear reward of Haggle Rift level 3, but I've already cleared that out, so that might be a rip. Alright, let's take a look at this bingo event first though. So, there's a whole bunch of booba here, but it looks like we can win some miracle skill books, which is obviously the most important thing, followed by, of course, the tickets for pulling characters, even though we haven't had a new banner in quite a while. And then there's also the pellets over here, which, you know, still adds up. It's 150 total, but it looks like we have cards that we get from, I guess, clearing out, just doing our dailies, which is super duper nice. And if we complete the whole entire bingo, that also means that we can get 3 more skill books, which is great. I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's go over here though to the lounge and check what they said with the mill shop though. So alright, there's medals of victories over here. So we can buy character shards. It looks like we can buy those with the PvP currency, which isn't a bad thing. So they're kind of making PvP necessary if you want to build your characters. But there's Kip, there's Wraith, Florence, Emuwald, Chloe, and then Lisa. I don't know why these 2 characters are here, because we can farm those guys out through the story tab. Like, you don't need to spend anything on these guys because you can farm them out for free. So I don't know why they put them there unless they want like quicker progression. And then you can also spend 20 points and refresh it. Does it change it? Let me see. No. So it looks like it may refresh the amount that you can purchase, but it doesn't actually refresh them. So I wonder if is it like a type of thing of where it's going to like change every month, or is it like an every day or every week type thing? I'm not super duper sure about that. But it sounded like the carriage was nerfed, which I keep hitting the wrong button here. Let's hit up the carriage real quick. So let's take a look at the settlement office next. Everything up here is normal. It looks like they may have added experience potions, because I think 2 was the max, if my memory serves me well. There's the pocket watches. I did buy those earlier today because I was just curious. The space-time dice, I believe, yep, is stamina for the arena. There's a golden key as well, which is stamina for the Feo Rift, which I believe is the gold dungeon, the golden experience dungeon. So we can run that one more time with 10k coins. Everything else seems to be the same, but you guys will notice that they did take away our character shards and move those over to PvP. So this could be either good or bad. So let's go over here to PvP and check this out here. So we have opponents. It looks like we have 6 of these cube things per day, and let's go ahead and give it a go. Let's see what we get. Alright, this is my PvE team, so I'm just leveling up Britannia, so I'm going to just switch her out for right now. I'm thinking more along the lines of like debuffing and going in with a whole bunch of damage, but we'll see how this performs. Because, I mean, the biggest factor here is how much currency we're going to earn from doing the PvP. After a certain amount of turns, rains fiery bolts on the offensive team and kills all heroes. So what does that mean? That if you don't beat them in X amount of turns, you just lose, I'm assuming? Alright, so that was 20 points, but only got 6 of those medals. I don't know. Let me go to settings real quick though. Alright, let's give this one a go. So far 6 medals. I'm not sure if that raises up the higher that we go, but let's go ahead and see. Forgot that auto doesn't like stay auto. And do we also get rewards at the end of the week for this? That's what I'm curious about. Because there's also a oh, that's the mileage. Because I was like, what is that? Let's see. There's not a really intuitive way to check that out in terms of the mileage. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more. I did see it at the bottom there, though. These are obviously just bots just to, you know, help us get started. But this could be either a good thing because it adds a competition element to the game. Obviously, there's going to be a pay-to-win aspect because, number one, this is the gacha game. And also, number one, the Eroica team does want to make money from their investment, which I'm okay with. But, you know, there's always an important line you have to draw in terms of a game of where certain things become worth it and certain things just don't become worth it. But climbing up in the ranks, win mileage is 3 out of 5. So what happens once I get 5? I get a reward. So if you get a reward and this resets every day, I think the goal of this would just be to do 5 battles per day as part of your dailies. Which honestly, right now isn't taking too long because these dudes are just bots. But I'm curious to see how it'll perform in the future though, because I'm not a big PvP guy. I mean, I can do it, but I just hate if we get to a point where the battles are like super duper long. Because I like to like log in, bust out my dailies within like 15-20 minutes max. You know, okay, I got 7 medals from there. And, you know, be done with it. That way I can use my excess stamina and maybe farm stuff out during that time. Or come back after work and then farm, you know, the rest of my stamina out. Alright, so that's 7 medals here. Win mileage is 5 out of 5, and we got 20 medals of victory. And then there's only 1 left, but it looks like they do refresh 1 every 2 hours. Which we're gonna go ahead and fight this team right here. 1 every 2 hours, so I mean obviously that's just what, 6? Depending on what time you decide to do this. So you'll have 6 regained within 24 hours. So I'm going to say on average for the PvP fiends out there, you could probably, depending on what time you play in PvP, you could probably get away with 6 in the morning, and then, you know, maybe, let's see, 2 8-hour workday. We're looking at maybe 4 more fights once you get off work, and then maybe a little bit more after that. So, I mean, there's plenty of room for you to do even more fights. But obviously no one has really done this because it just hit, and I'm already at what, rank 123 with 140 points. But I'm out of stamina for that, which I thought I bought. Maybe I didn't buy some. Let me go buy some more, because I'm just curious though, because we have our ranks right here, and weekly rank obviously is going to be set in 6 days. But let's see right here. Yep, I figured Mints would be a good one, or Slaha and Sore, of course. But okay, this is what we get for our rewards. So obviously pellets, and then at gold you get 600 medals and then 150 pellets plus 30 for your promotion. Which, I mean, honestly, 150 pellets seems like it's not that much. But if you put into the context that a pull, I do believe, is only 300 pellets, that means 2 weeks of being gold in PvP, if you can hit that rank, will obviously net you basically a pull. So I think this is positive in that aspect. I don't really like the nerf to the carrots though. Hopefully they can spice it up in the future. But Even with this though, I do think perhaps maybe there should be a little bit more shards that are introduced. I'm not sure in terms of the balance of the game though, because I think the developer's goal is really just to make sure the game is balanced by some degree and not like a total like crap show. And I don't know why this is showing. I could have sworn I turned it off, but it appears I did not. Look at that, rank 81. I'm perfectly fine and content with that for today. And then there's also a match log of who we fought. Is there a match log for who has fought me? Okay, there's the defensive win rate right there as well. But that's pretty much it for this update, you guys. I do feel like maybe they're testing PvP, and that's my gut feeling right here. So hopefully we can see that tweaked in the future. But so far we'll have to see how that goes. I do hope there's a little bit more stuff going on here with PvP other than just character shards, because I would love it if there's a way for us to maybe get equipment or certain equipment or something of that nature, runes, whatever else that the developers have in mind. But it does say like what, pre-open or something like that, so maybe it's just them testing out to see statistically how players are faring in the PvP environment before they like revamp it and hopefully make it better. But anyways, that's the update for Eroica, you guys. This could be a good or bad thing. I'm just trying to look at it in a neutral light. And in the future, we will definitely know for sure how good or how bad it is. I do apologize for the resolution, though, because I noticed that it was complete garbage after I started recording the video. But feel free to leave a comment below about what you guys think. I do know that there was also a like little shadow nerf here, where burn percentages dropped from 25% to 20% for both Xenia and Malavi, which could definitely have an impact on those characters. I don't think it's a game-breaking impact, but it is a nerf nonetheless. So we'll just have to see how that goes. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.